All right, you're watching India Market Open, and another sector and company that we're focusing on this morning is real estate and the Brigade Group. So they reported a 46% annual rise in their sales bookings to a record 6,013 crores. The pre-sales, in fact, for FY24 were about 2,243 crores, the highest ever for a quarter. So it's been a good quarter for Brigade. It's been a good year, actually, for Brigade as well, and the stock up 4% this morning as well. Nirupa Shankar, joint MD of the Brigade Group, is joining us to just break down what's worked this quarter and how sustainable these kind of numbers are. Nirupa, great to have you on NDTV Profit and speak with you. Give us a sense of these numbers. When you're talking about these pre-sales bookings, what are they, where are they coming from?
Hi, good morning, Tamanna. Nice to be on NDTV Profit. Thanks for having me. Yes, it's been a very good year for the residential market as a whole, and Brigade as well has been able to cash in on the great market situation. The pre-sales numbers are primarily coming from our Bangalore launches. Bangalore currently contributes to a large percentage of our overall sales. So primarily it's coming from an end-user driven market like Bangalore.
Your realizations have also gone up, and you know, Bangalore, of course, is your biggest market. Your realizations have gone up. Can you give us an idea of whether this is largely end users coming in on the premium segment, and that's where the appetite is growing?
Yes, I think the market as a whole has been very good in terms of the consumer buoyancy and the consumer appetite for completed assets and new launches. So we've been able to increase our prices by almost 20% in the last year or so, just because the appetite is there and the demand is there. It is primarily end user driven. And there is demand for all sorts of real estate asset classes, whether it's plotted, whether it's mid-income, whether it's high-end apartments. I feel that any launch by a reputed developer with a good location, a good plan is able to sell well, and we've been able to make good of that market situation as well. Even high-end villas that I would say prior to COVID were pretty hard to sell. There were a very small percentage of people that would actually buy these high-end villas. But right now, even the high-end segment is doing extremely well. The average ticket size in Bangalore, I would say prior to COVID, used to be around 60 to 80 lakhs, maybe pushing up to even 1 CR. But I think now we're seeing the sweet spot for the Bangalore real estate market actually going much higher to at least 1.5 to 1.7 crores an apartment.
Yeah, okay. Nirupa, good morning, Neeraj here. So just wondering, is this sharp uptick also a result of the base that you would have been at in Q4, or do you reckon that this quantum might actually last? I mean, seasonal variances notwithstanding, for the better part of FY25 as well.
See, right now, all the economic factors point towards a positive year ahead. There's, of course, there are certain, if the underlying economic factors for India are very good, but, we can never say how the market will turn with all the macroeconomic conditions, right? Because various wars happening, there could be instability in other markets. We don't know how it will affect India. But from an India standpoint, all the economic principles seem to be going in our favor. And we expect that this buoyancy will continue in the next 1 year.
Point well taken. Well, I mean, in some sense, the quarterly update from Brigade on 50% growth YOY is not something that, it's easy to let go. And I think the markets are rewarding that. Nirupa, just a sense of what's happening non-residential as well, because residential, yes, you're doing well. I've seen some of these exchange updates that have come in from Brigade talking about some fairly interesting developments or acquisitions for future developments, which are not necessarily only residential. So talk to us about the non-residential side as well. What will happen in FY25? I think we've just...
Yeah.
Okay, no, we have her. Okay, Nirupa, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you well, thank you.
Yeah.
Non-residential market is also doing extremely well. For instance, you have seen hospitality, retail, we're seeing decadal highs for these industries. The office absorption has also been good, contrary to what we see across the globe in the US or Europe, where there's a bit of gloom and doom when it comes to office. India has been quite resilient when it comes to the office market. In fact, Bangalore did almost 15 million square feet of office absorption last year. Chennai reached a decadal high of 10 million square feet last year. Hyderabad also reached 10 million square feet of office absorption last year. So we're seeing very healthy absorption even in the office space. And these three markets of Chennai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore account for at least 50% of overall India absorption. So office is doing very well. Hospitality, as you know, has been doing extremely well. We've seen the markets do extremely well. All portfolios are reaching good occupancies and good ARRs. Retail as well, the consumer story is good in terms of sales volume. We're seeing very high footfalls back into retail, and all segments seem to be doing well, whether it's family entertainment, department stores, athleisure, F&B, everything seems to be doing well.
Nirupa, just a sense of what the pipeline is looking like for FY25 in terms of projects. And a lot of your counterparts in the region are now spreading out and looking at a national footprint, going into new markets. Was wondering if that's something Brigade is looking at as well?
So yes, I think a lot of people have been expanding their footprint. I think we have always maintained that, we believe real estate is a very regional play. We'd like to focus on three major markets for us, which is Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. And that is our main focus as of now. We have a healthy pipeline of launches in at least these markets. And, we hope to capitalize on these three markets and enhance our market share in these three before we look to expand anywhere else.
Okay. And a sense of what that pipeline is looking like? What's on the anvil? Any details that you can share with us?
So, for launches, I can't give too many forward-looking statements because we're in our silent period.
Sure.
But I think, we're looking to launch at least 10 to 12 million square feet in the coming year.
Okay, 10 to 12 million square feet in the coming year. And, I think it's interesting. Thank you so much, Nirupa, for speaking with us. Nirupa Shankar, there, Joint MD of the Brigade Group.
Stellar performance, Tamanna.
Stellar performance. I also think it's interesting that, when everyone wants to be everywhere, this is a company that's saying this is our strong point. This is the market we know. And it's a fact. Real estate is a regional play. People go to developers they're comfortable with and names that they know. So interesting. Brigade doing well this morning. So it's the markets overall. Not a bad morning at all, I would say.